It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got the Dragons' creative quarterback. He's not afraid to throw it. Second in the NFL in touchdowns. Hope y'all ready for this one. Coming up next.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams in this one going in the right direction. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, both these squads come in off winning streaks. Something's going to have to give, but you love having that momentum coming into a game like this.
And absolutely right, Mike. And on top of it, if you're the home team today playing in front of your home crowd, not only are you coming off this win streak and bringing this momentum into another home game, but you get the energy, you get the excitement of your crowd who's also riding this wave of winning football. But on the other sideline, you've got a hungry, hot road.
Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. He fields it at the 8. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. And taking the snaps, a quarterback now in his 3rd year in the league.
A lot of things jump off the tape when you watch last week, Mike, but it was really just the overall execution of the game plan that stuck out the most. I mean, not only did he get them in the end zone a handful of times, he protected the ball, and he routinely exploited the weaknesses that they found during the week on film. He's going to be looking to do the same thing over these next 4 quarters. If he's successful, they're going to have a shot to leave here with another win.
Now, faking the give. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he gets run out of bounds. A short pickup, but it's good enough for a first down. They send the tight end in motion. They'll look to throw. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. 3rd down, 3 to go. Now they'll set up to throw. He's got his receiver. It's Jones. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
Well, I think it's pretty clear what the week's plan was, and that was to get the quarterback in a rhythm right out of the gate. You got to imagine as the game unfolds, they'll sprinkle in some runs. But so far, it's been their passing game to get this game started, and that last one results in a first down. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
A big play there. 31 yards.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. You have a tight end motioning left here. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw again. He's got it at the 3. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down. They are set up with 1st and goal. They'll look to throw yet again. Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
He'll drop to throw. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And he's close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him short, put him down at the 1. Trying to cash in on this opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Mounties. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback.
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Here's a first carry for their running back, and it'll be a pickup of 3, so 3rd down forthcoming. Back to throw, and that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. The Mounties offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And as we move into the second half of the season, he continues to put up the big numbers. Currently the NFL's leader in passing as we play here in the month of November.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and goal now from just inside the 10-yard line. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now whistles and a timeout. Here now, second down and goal. Back to the air one more time. This one caught at the 4. And he keeps the legs moving, able to get it down inside the 5. Third and goal. He'll look to throw. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's so close to breaking the plane, but the official's going to come in and mark him short. So now it's fourth down. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Melty. Point attempt to come here. He's got it. And the Mounties will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Dragons offense ready to take over for their second possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Here's a 3rd down and 4. They'll try to get this one on the ground. On comes the punter now. He's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. The Mounties offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. And they will get him down at the 35-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
They just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
4 catches already in this opening quarter, off to a hot start as he picks up the 1st down. They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. To the air now on 1st and 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Mounties. What a show this offense is putting on here. Greg, this has got to be a great feeling for this offense in the first quarter.
Yeah, and this is a great example, Mike, of when everything in your offense is clicking. The play design, the scheme, the philosophy, and then obviously the execution on the field. They've been sharp, explosive, and at this pace, I'm not sure what the defense could do to try to slow them down.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Off play action. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. One of his teammates is there to pick it up. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. 21-0 is our score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
In what's been a pretty one-sided affair from the opening whistle, it just seems like it continues to get worse. This defense, they know they have them on the edge, and they continue to rush the quarterback the way they are. I'm not sure what this offense can do come the second half.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A throw on the move is caught. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He'll go left side here and complete this one. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Throwing now from the gun. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And he'll be out of bounds, but he has the 1st down inside the 10-yard line. It's 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Mounties. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Dragons offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. He'll be brought down after a short pickup. 2 at the 29. Here's 2nd and 9. Putting the tight end in motion. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. He's going to be taken down, but there's a late flag in the backfield that might give him 15 more yards. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They're going to motion the tight end over here. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. Come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They send the tight end in motion. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up. They'll throw out of the gun. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a 1st down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Tight end going in motion here. Back to the air once more on 2nd down. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
A gain of 15. And the Columbus 1st down.
Putting the tight end in motion. Throwing now on 1st and 10. Quick throw here is complete. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Blitz coming. He'll throw it.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half.
That is caught by the tight end. Touchdown, Dragons.
Touchdown, Columbus.
Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A short one taken at the 10. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Mounties offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to them with another drive here. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. Here's a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. Now they'll set up to throw. His throw left side is complete. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
The 45-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
On 3rd down, they'll set pressure, gets there, and down he goes.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
The Dragons offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Thrown left side, the catch is made. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I will be right back after this. They'll look to throw. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. Here's the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This returnable from inside his own 40. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Mounties offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. From out of the gun, he'll throw. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
At the 47-yard line.
He'll look to throw. This is intercepted. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick 6.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. Carlson able to knock through the extra point, and the Dragons are able to edge a bit closer.
14.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The home team's offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play that is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete.
I think all of us up here in the booth were curious, how is this quarterback going to bounce back following the pick six? And, a lot of guys come back and they're very conservative and they just want to dink and dunk because they're scared to throw another pick. Well, we found out pretty quickly. Not this guy. He's going to continue to attack the ball downfield, and he's looking to make big plays any chance he gets.
Now another timeout called by this offense. They have one remaining. Clock will stop with 33 seconds to go until halftime. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Tight end going in motion here. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Open man there. That's complete. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. Putting the tight end in motion. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. One final throw before the break, and that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start across the Atlantic in London, England. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. 30-13, the final score. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks
first half. We'll
yet
see
to come.
if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his season total. You get a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes to this point this season. Now, faking the give. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
A gain of 12. First down, Dragons.
Up the middle they go. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down.
Defense. Still first down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Back to throw. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but good enough to keep this drive going. It's a first down. They send the tight end in motion. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. They'll look to throw yet again. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical down.
That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Mounties are going to have it. They'll take over at their own 24-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Throwing now from the gun. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. Tight end going in motion here. To the air now on 1st and 10. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. On 2nd down, they run the counter. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. The Mounties send out their punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That is fielded at the 20. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Dragons offense headed back to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll throw out of the gun. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. Here's 2nd and 2. One of the tight ends motions right. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. Handoff here, up the middle. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Open man, left side. He's got it. That's the 2nd time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball, Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Quick throw here is complete. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down. He'll try and get there on the ground. What a run. He brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line.
You certainly can't fault the secondary here. The coverage was almost too good downfield on third down. The quarterback realized quickly there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, decides to become a runner. He's able to pick up the first down and some.
And he had to push through one tackler, but is racked up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain here. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. They bring a tight end in motion left. Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on third down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. There's that man again. Another catch. So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. One of the tight ends in motion right. Now they'll set up to throw. The second down throw is incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
And he'll get this one across midfield. Brought down after a pickup of a half dozen. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's going to lose yardage on this play. They knock him back to the midfield stripe.
You know at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground? Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The visitors' offense getting set to get back to work. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. He'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
This has been a tough sequence right out of the jump. You work all week on your opening script, and they're usually the plays that you feel the best about to try to establish some sort of early rhythm, but through 2 plays, run and pass, all they've done is go backwards. If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
That's taken on this side of midfield. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Back to throw here to begin the drive. They'll look to set up the screen here.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
2-possession lead, 4th quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stopping it.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw, and they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 15-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Quick throw, taken in, and he'll be taken down.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead, so really nice job here.
And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
From all the way back at the 14 now. 2nd down and goal. He'll look to throw. Looking middle of the field, it's complete.
After that 1st down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on 2nd down. That big chunk brings them from 2nd and long to now at least 3rd and manageable.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Dan Campbell will opt to bring out the field goal unit. This, about as short as you can get. This one is good. He knocks it through. And the Mounties will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
and this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The visitors' offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Now he'll run it. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the first down. Quickly to the outside and complete.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Throwing over the middle, this one is complete. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Throwing now on 1st and 10. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They'll look to throw again. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to the air one more time. And that is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. From out of the gun, he'll throw. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th. But they will turn it over on downs. The home team's offense ready to come back out for this next possession. And as we look back now, Greg, at how we got here, we got a ton of highlights of the offense so far. In particular, great passing.
Yeah, and if you want to score points in the NFL, Mike, there's no secret. You've got to do it primarily through the air. And with 3 touchdowns here so far, that's exactly what we've seen. It's been deep balls. It's been intermediate shots. It's been good run after catch. This has really been high-level offense on display right from the jump.
Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll stick with him again. Up the sideline to the 40. A gain there of 16 yards. That's enough for a 1st down.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Now a give up the middle, and he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. Back to throw. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So the fans gonna head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. And this long winning streak showing no signs of slowing down. They put one more in the win column with yet another solid performance here. And that'll do it for my partner Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.